again, class 12 CBSE biology. The same lesson, that is reproductive health. Today we are going to discuss about contraceptive methods. You know very well what are the contraceptives, why it is important, what is the various measures to use contraceptives. Now, what are the contraceptive methods? The contraceptive methods are natural method, barrier methods, IUDs, oral contraceptive method, injectables method, implants method, and surgical method. Now we are going to discuss all these methods one by one. Now first is the natural method. This method is also called traditional method. It is based on the principle to prevent the meeting of sperm and ovum. If sperm and ovum do not come in contact, then fertilization does not occur. If there is no fertilization, it means there is no possibility of reproduction. So these are the natural method that is based on a simple principle to avoid the meeting of sperm and ovum. There are three methods which is included in this. First is called periodic abstinences. Periodic abstinences, it means we know that in female one periodic cycle is there that we call the menstruation cycle. We also know the 14th day of menstruation is the day of ovulation. But hard and fast, this is not a fixed time. The ovulation date is considered 2-3 days earlier from the day of ovulation or 2-3 days later from the day of ovulation. Actually, it is a range of 6 to 7 days in which the possibility of ovulation is more. So what happened in this process? During this duration, that is from 10th day of menstruation to 17th day of menstruation, it is advisable to avoid sexual contact. If there is no sexual contact, then there is no possibility of mating or fertilization in sperm and ovum. So this is the first method. Second method is withdrawal or coitus interruptus. In this method, the main responsibility of male partner at the time of coitus, male partner withdraw his penis from the vagina just before ejaculation. In ejaculation, the semen with the sperm is released. If the ejaculation occurs outside the vagina, it means that we stop the process of insemination. If insemination is stopped, then the sperm does not reach to the female fallopian tube. Third method is lactational amenorrhea. In this method, it is based on the fact that during the lactation period, lactation after the birth, mother feed to their body. That duration is called the mother feed to their baby. That duration is called the lactational period. During this lactational period, it is to be noticed that the reproductive activities are little bit slow or stop. The chances of ovulation is very less or it is very slow. So the lactational amenorrhea is actually a barrier to fertilize. It is not hard and fast rule, but it is to be noticed during this duration the chance of fertilization is very less. So all these are the traditional method or natural method. Now second is barrier method. Barrier means obstacle. This method produces obstacles between the mating of sperm and ovum. In this method, certain barriers are used to avoid the contact of sperm and ovum. These barriers are such as condom. This is for both condom for male and condom for female. This method is most used in all over the world, also because it somehow prevents the STDs. STDs means sex-related diseases like AIDS is also prevented with the help of condom. The second is the diaphragm, cervical caps and walls for women. Third, some spermicidal creams, jellies and foam, which somehow kill the sperm and so sperm do not enter inside the vagina. The next method is IUDs or intrauterine device. Intra means from outside, uterine in uterine. So these devices are inserted inside the uterine from outside. But must remember, this insertion must be done by trained nurses or doctors only. The 3 IUDs are generally used. First is non-medicated IUDs, that is lipis, loop, etc. Second is the copper releasing IUDs, that is copper T, copper 7 or multi-load 375. Third, hormone release IUDs, that is pregabalin and LNG20. These IUDs is generally much used in India also. It is ideal contraceptive, ideal for 2 purposes. It is ideal to maintain the gap between the children, the space between the children, and also to delay pregnancy. As I told you, it is widely used method in India. Actually, what happened? This IUDs increases the phagocytosis in the sperm. So sperm died and there is no possibility of mating. And this process performed inside the uterus because copper is present. Copper ion is present there only. Secondly, because of this phagocytosis, the copper ion produce the phagocytosis in sperm, and due to which the sperm die. The mortality rate of the sperm is very high in the presence of copper ion. So this is IUDs. The next method is oral contraceptive. This is also a widely used method in India, in which some pills or tablets is taken by especially females. One of the best important oral contraceptive is Saheli, which is developed in Lucknow, India. What happened? It is actually the combination of certain enzymes or certain hormones. It may be progestogen or progestogen-estrogen combination. This hormone actually inhibit ovulation and implantation. So it is very much wider used method in India. It also give a chance if between any couple, if without precaution, if they comes in contact, then this oral contraceptive is a better mode of protection after 72 hours of mating. So it is widely used method in India. Now next is injectable and implant method. It is very much similar to the pills method or oral contraceptive. In this, some chemical or the hormone, same hormone, that is the progestogen or the combination of progestogen and estrogen, is injected with the help of needle or implant under the skin. But the function of this is same, that is performed by the pills, and similar it is performed by this also. The next method is the last one, surgical method. This method is also called sterilization. If we call it the surgical, it does not mean that it is a highly complicated process. Sterilization is for both male as well as for the female. If the sterilization process occurs in male, then it is called vasectomy. What happened in this process? This is the In this process, we know very well, the testis is present here, sperm is produced, epididymis, and this is the vas efferens, which taken the sperm from epididymis and travel it from here. So what happened in this process? A small cut is generated, a small part of the vas deferens is cut and it is tied up from a small incision. It means we must block the path of the travelling of the sperm, and due to which sperm do not reaches up to the female vagina. Same process, same surgical process or same sterilization process occur in women also, and then it is called the tubectomy. What happened in this tubectomy? The same process which is done performed with the vas deferens, same process is performed by the fallopian tube. The part of the fallopian tube is cut, removed and tied up from the small incision. Because of that, if anyhow ova do not reach up to the place of the sperm, do not comes in the contact of the ova, and hence the pregnancy avoided. So these are the methods used as the contraceptive method in India as well as in the world.